Welcome to Part 4 of the LEAP Legal Resource Training Series, brought to you by the Access to Justice Program of the Louisiana State Bar Association and the Law Library of Louisiana. My name is Stephanie Bowe, and I work for the Louisiana State Bar Association's Access to Justice Department. I will be providing an overview of various legal resources created or supported by the LSBA. Many of them are free and available for you and your library patrons. This slide provides a visual representation of the continuum of legal services available to Louisiana's residents. On one end of the scale, a person may be afforded full legal representation, either from a civil legal aid or a paid attorney. On the other end, you have people that are representing themselves, who are often referred to as self-represented litigants. In between, people may access different types of assistance. These types of assistance may include legal forms, self-help centers, unbundled legal services, also known as limited scope representation, or pro bono. This continuum of services presents the possibility of a range of delivery options for which our justice system might match a person's legal needs with the most appropriate level of services, thus conserving limited resources and reaching more individuals. The continuum will be most effective when all members in the justice system participate. We know those facing legal challenges often find it difficult to know what type of legal assistance is out there and available to them, let alone where to find this information. We know this because the LSBA's receptionist receives over 500 calls monthly from people who need legal assistance but don't know where to look. That is why the LSBA created the Find Legal Help page on their website. The Find Legal Help page was designed to connect the public with a full spectrum of legal services and legal resources available throughout the state. The page provides information on how to find private attorneys, legal aid and pro bono providers, and modest means attorneys. It also lists resources for self-represented litigants, including local and statewide services and legal forms, Louisiana Free Legal Answers, and law help and other online resources. The goal of the Find Legal Help page is to direct the public to the most appropriate resource available, whether that be hiring an attorney, reading online content, using a court-based self-help kiosk or website, or contacting their local library or civil legal aid provider. I will go into these options in more detail shortly. The Find Legal Help page can be accessed directly by going to www.lsba.org/go/find-legal-help. You can also find it on the LSBA's homepage. As you can see from the homepage, there is a button on the right side of the screen. Simply click this button to go to the Find Legal Help page. It is always best to speak with a licensed attorney about your legal issue. Thus, first on the Find Legal Help page is the Find an Attorney button. Here, you can search a directory of attorneys in Louisiana by their name or location, or find a referral program for certain cities. Next is the Louisiana Civil Legal Navigator, which is provided by the Louisiana Bar Foundation and Lagniappe Law Lab. This is a free online resource that can help diagnose your legal issue and provide customized legal information, local court forms, referrals to legal aid, and more. Users will need to answer a few questions about themselves and their situation, and then they will be provided with customized legal information about their issue. To start, simply click on what you're looking for. To find information, to find a referral, or to find forms. If someone isn't sure where to start first, I suggest starting with the Find Information button, because it includes referral information and forms if any exist, for your legal issue. Once you click on Find Information, you will be asked to pick a topic your legal issue is related to. To demonstrate, I will use a commonly sought issue, divorce, so you'll click on Family. Then you will be asked to clarify, here, it's divorce. Once you click on the issue, you will be directed to a series of questions. Answer them and click Continue. At the end, you will be provided with your customized legal information. The links included in these sections will provide you with more information about your legal issue. Click Continue, and you will also be provided with referral information. If a court form exists for your specific legal issue, you will be provided a link to that form at the end. Please note that we do not have forms for every issue, so if you do not see one here, that likely means it does not exist yet. On the Find Legal Help page, users can also access all legal aid and pro bono organizations in the state. If someone cannot afford an attorney, they may be able to get free help from a legal aid or pro bono organization. Once you click on the Legal Aid and Pro Bono Organization button, you will be directed to a page where you can select the parish you're in from a drop-down menu. Then you will be given the contact information for the legal aid and pro bono organizations in your area. For more information on civil legal aid and pro bono programs in Louisiana, see Module 1 of this training series. The next resource available on the Find Legal Help page is the Modest Means Directory. Modest means refers to people who earn above the income eligibility rate for free civil legal aid, but cannot afford standard attorney's fees. The directory provides a list of attorneys who charge reduced fees to people who meet certain income eligibility requirements. You may be able to use the directory to locate an attorney near you who handles your specific type of legal problem and to discuss fees. The attorneys listed on the directory afford legal services through the following options: flat fees, which are fees at a fixed rate rather than charging an hourly rate; a sliding scale fee schedule, which will be based on a client's income. The client will likely be asked to provide documentation like bank statements or tax returns to verify their income. Sliding scale on the directory can range from $75 to $150 per hour. Discounted hourly rates, which are not based on a client's income, may be offered depending on the legal services or representation offered. Limited scope representation, which is where an attorney will offer representation for part of a case or for certain tasks. In order to be eligible to view the directory, your income must fall at or below 400% of the federal poverty line at the annual income amounts listed here based on household size. The directory is designed to assist those who fall between 200 and 400% of the federal poverty line because these are the people who make too much to obtain free legal services from a civil legal aid provider but cannot afford market rate legal services. Please remember that the attorneys listed on the directory do not provide free legal services, but legal services at a reduced rate or on a limited scope representation basis. Once you click on the Modest Means directory, you will be asked to fill out an online application to determine whether or not you fall within the 200 to 400% of the federal poverty guidelines. If a user's income exceeds 400% of the federal poverty level, they will not be able to access the online directory, but will be directed to the LSBA Attorney Directory that lists all licensed attorneys in Louisiana. There, users can search by either parish or by legal practice area and view the attorney's profiles Individual attorney listings will provide the attorney's name, admittance date, office location, contact information, legal practice area, and types of fee arrangements they offer to modest mean clients. The person viewing the directory will need to contact the attorney of their choice using the contact information provided. The directory cannot connect you with the attorney directly. Someone may not be able to access an attorney due to money or lack of an attorney's availability, or they may want to handle a case on their own. If someone chooses to represent themselves, it is important that they learn about their legal issue and identify what resources may be available to help. On the Self-Help Services and Forms page, users can use this drop-down menu to search by parish to see if there is a legal help access point, self-help center, or other self-help service, either live or virtual, that may be available, which will provide self-represented litigants with on-the-spot assistance, including filling out forms, filing documents, and referral information. Parish-specific and non-legal resources, including details of courthouses and local libraries, are also available here. We also have court-approved, Louisiana-specific forms, which you won't find on other websites like LegalZoom or Gale. Click on the Court Forms and Top 10 List button. From there, you can access standardized legal forms, including a top 10 list of the most used SRL forms. For some issues, there are guided or automated forms available that will ask you questions and create the court form for you. Others are available in a fillable PDF format. When using the fillable form, be sure to save it with your information before you print it. Another useful legal resource is Louisiana Free Legal Answers. la.freelegalanswers.org is an online pro bono program that may be able to help you with civil legal issues if you cannot afford an attorney. If you meet specific financial eligibility requirements, are 18 years of age or older, not currently in jail or prison, and have a non-criminal legal issue, you can ask a civil legal question on this website. Users can ask up to 3 civil legal questions in a year. Civil legal questions are those that do not concern criminal matters. Criminal matters are when a state charges an individual with an offense. Those facing criminal charges are guaranteed an attorney, where those facing civil legal issues are not guaranteed an attorney. Example of civil legal questions include questions surrounding divorce, child custody, child support, eviction, foreclosure, domestic violence, and protective orders. Questions pertaining to the after effects of a criminal charge can be civil in nature. These include questions surrounding a person's release from prison and expungements of their criminal records. Once questions have been submitted to the site, volunteer attorneys may answer those questions. Please keep in mind that if you go directly to the site, do not put www before the web name. Simply type in la.freelegalanswers.org. Site users are screened. In addition, there are income eligibility guidelines. Users must also have an income within a percentage of the federal poverty guidelines and have a limited number of monetary assets. It is important to note that the income eligibility guidelines for free legal answers are higher than they are for many civil legal aid programs. This means that even if a person does not qualify for assistance from the state's civil legal aid program, they may still qualify to ask a question on Louisiana Free Legal Answers. If users are eligible, then they are taken to the Louisiana homepage. If users are deemed ineligible for the site, they are told they are ineligible and given a list of available legal resources. Please keep in mind that if someone does not qualify for free legal answers, there may still be a few organizations that will be able to provide advice for free. If a user is eligible, then they are taken to the site where they can submit their civil legal question. This page shows the format in which users will ask their question. You will notice that users can enter their question, input a legal deadline, enter the name of the opposing party, and upload documents and photos to the site. In addition, users can begin entering their question and corresponding information, save it, and then return later to submit the question. Also, as a reminder, users may only submit 3 questions in a year. The time period begins to run when the first question is submitted. Keep in mind, though, if the user and the attorney have several exchanges back and forth stemming from the same legal issue, this only counts as 1 question. Once a question has been submitted to the site by a user, the question is then listed in the general question queue that is visible to all attorney volunteers when they log into the site. An example of this is depicted in the top picture. You can see that the legal deadline, the question type, the subject, the name of the opposing party, and the date submitted are all visible. Please keep in mind, this is a sample page and does not show real questions submitted by site users. The bottom picture shows what it looks like once an attorney answers a submitted question. You can see here it is very similar to an email exchange. Just as in the top photo, this second photo is a sample page and does not contain a real question or answer. Last, on the Find Legal Help page is the Law Help and Other Online Resources button. Here, you can access Louisiana Law Help, which provides online legal information and resources for a wide variety of legal issues. Other online resources, such as the Becoming an Adult brochure, are also available here. Finally, the Louisiana State Bar Association also coordinates the annual Lawyers in Libraries events, which occur in conjunction with National Celebrate Pro Bono Week in October each year. This program helps place volunteer attorneys in public libraries across the state to provide library patrons with limited legal services at no charge. In recent years, the program has expanded to include consultations by phone and educational webinars broadcasted on the Lawyers in Libraries Facebook page. More information on specific dates and locations of Lawyers in Libraries events will be posted online at www.louisianalawyersinlibraries.org. Thank you for viewing our Louisiana State Bar Association's Legal Resources training video. If you would like more information or have questions about legal resources for self-represented litigants or any of the Louisiana State Bar Association's programs, please contact LSBA's Projects Counsel, Stephanie Bowe, at the email address listed here. Thank you.